Hey everybody, this is the next review video for you. This is for getting ready for the Chapter 5 test. It's on expressions and equations, analyze and solve systems of equations. So if you've noticed that the test is a lot of the same, but yet we ask you to show us in a different way, to show us what you've learned in a different way. So here it says, create a table for each of the following equations. And here they are. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read all the directions so I can kind of have a preview. Then graph the two lines on the same set of axes. Circle the answers to the systems on both the graph and the table. And then find a solution to the system of equations. So we've already found the solution to a system of equations by using a graph. So now we're actually going to be graphing the material. And then we're also going to be creating an XY table. So I'm going to go through, and again, it's a good habit to go through the entire test, look at the whole thing instead of starting right away, just see what it's going to be asking you to do. So if I'm going to do the graph, I'm going to do it, the slick way. I'm going to do it by using my knowledge. And I know that this is the y-intercept, so I'm going to put a 1 here. And I know that the slope is 2, so it goes up by 2 each time. So I know it's going to be 1, 3, 5, 7. I go backwards. Now, could I take each of these and plug them into the equation? Sure. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. So I know it works. How about the other way? 2 times a negative 3 is a negative 6. Negative 6 plus 1 is a negative 5. So it should be correct if those two are correct. But you could do that for every one of these. But by having a little knowledge, you can work smarter, not harder. So again, I'm over here. I know this is my y-intercept. Now this one, look at it. The slope, or the rate of change, is a negative 2. So I know it's going to go down by 2 each time. And 1 minus 2 should be a negative 1. And if I go the other way, I'm going up by 2 each time. So if I work backwards, negative 2, negative 2, negative 2, yep, it works. I can check these. Negative 2 times a negative 3, and negative times a negative is a positive. So that's positive 6 plus 5 is 11. If I work down here, it'd be a negative 6 plus 5 would be a negative 1. So I know these are correct. So then it says, then graph the two lines on the same set of axes. So let's do this one first. I've got a 1, and I know it's up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. Because remember, it's 2x, but it's really 2 over 1. So I'm going to go on the other side, and once you get the pattern, I'm going to go through. I'm going to put these, that way my graph is going to be as accurate as possible. Extend my line for the entire graph. Sorry, you couldn't see part of that. So I'm going to extend my line for the entire graph. And that is this one right here. Now the next one, it's got a 5 for a slope. So I'm going to put, or for a y-intercept, sorry. And a slope is a negative 2. So I know I'm going to go down to, oh, I already figured it out. So I'm going to go down 2 over 1. I'm going to keep doing that. Down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. Again, once I see the pattern, I'm just going to keep extending it. That way my line is going to be as straight as possible. I go back up here, it's up 2 over 1. Just a little reminder, that would be a positive slope. That is a negative slope. So I know it's going to be slanted this way because it's a negative 2. So I'm going to draw this line in. I'm going to extend it throughout the entire graph. And where the two lines crisscross, that's my solution. So I know down here I have to have a set of coordinates. It's 1, and my y is 3. So remember, this is your x, this is your y. I'm going to circle it. Now you might think, oh, I'm done. But it says, remember, it's bolded and underlined. Circle the answer to the system on the graph, which I just did here, and a table. So if it's 1, 3, See how they're the same right there? That's how I find it on an XY table. So make sure you ask questions if you have any. Thank you. Bye.